At 22 years old, I was making 6 figures out of college as a district manager in training. I was 40 pounds overweight and I fixed it. And I'm going to show you how I've helped 300 other men and women fix that problem as well. But first you need to understand what the success tax is. The success tax is the tax that you are paying without knowing it for career growth. As your career improves, your health tends to start to decrease. That is exactly what was happening with me. I was always very fit in high school, college, and as soon as I got that job, my weight just started to climb, and I justified that because my career was improving. So I could justify my health getting worse. I was in my 20s, whatever. Until I would get home at night, take off my shirt, look in front of the mirror, and saw a man that I did not like. There was a mismatch going on there. I was crushing it at my career, but my health made it look like I was just this blob of mediocrity, and I didn't like that. So I fixed it. I'm gonna show you how in this video, and I've helped 300 other men and women fix it as well, and I'm gonna show you how we've helped them do the exact same thing. Let's get started. All right, so the way that I lost the weight is very different than how you are going to lose the weight. I took a very unconventional path. I quit my job after 7 months because I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I don't expect you guys to do the same thing. A lot of you guys love your career. I did not. I wanted to go become an entrepreneur. That's why you see me here today. That being said, I have helped 300 plus men and women do this while building their careers. So I get it. This is the most common thing I hear our clients say. They think that they need to dedicate 4 or 5 days in the gym. They think that they need to track their calories forever. They think that they need to quit an entire food group. None of that is the case. The other issue is that people think that they need more information. You don't need more information. If information were the thing that were stopping you from losing weight, everybody would be super fit. And that's not the case. The reality is that knowledge is not power. Knowledge and execution is power. And that is what I want to draw your attention to in this video. Where we have served our clients is in this realm. Accountability. Without accountability, without urgency, you will not execute. Why is it that you are so successful at your career? It's because you have systems that force you to do the work. If you don't show up to work, you get fired. If you don't show up to work and you get fired, then you don't have money to put food on the table. That is a very scary thing. That means that part of why you go to work is to avoid pain. Some of you, very lucky few of you, probably really enjoy your careers and you just go because you freaking love it. And if you didn't go to work, you'd be depressed. We need to apply that same logic to your health. You need urgency when it comes to your health. I needed urgency when it came to my health. I was a very lazy kid. I escaped all of my problems through video games and substances. And so I never really liked doing hard work. A lot of people don't know this, but I don't actually love going to the gym. I have to hold myself accountable, or more importantly, and what's really worked for me and others in my program, is I need somebody else to hold me accountable, okay? And this is where we get into the topic of systems, or what is more like commonly known as forcing functions. So forcing functions, my word for this is booby trap, is, you know how in the Goonies or whatever you step, I forget what that movie is called, you step on a trap and it activates and something springs out and kills you. So that's exactly what I'm thinking here. You can have a booby trap like a coach that when you don't show up and do your workouts, he like forces you to do it. You can have an accountability buddy. The issue with this is that if one of you doesn't feel like going to the gym, it tends to fizzle out. You can use websites that force you to do a thing like go to the gym or hit a weight loss goal. And if you don't, they're gonna donate money to your hated political party in your name or something like that. So financial penalties, these are ways to hold yourself accountable. Now, you've probably already thought of these, right? Because there's that little voice in your head that goes, what would make me do this? And then when you think about it, you get scared because you're like, I don't want to do that. And then you just continue living your life and getting fatter. So this is the real point of this video. You already probably know that you need to do this. You already probably know that you need to find a way to hold yourself accountable, to force yourself to go to the gym, you've thought about getting a personal trainer. Hell, you might be watching this video and you've already worked with an online coach or something like that. So what gives? What do we do about this, guys? This is where I kind of need to just wake you up. No one is coming to save you. I know you've probably heard this before. This was something that I needed to realize. No one can work out for you. You have got to do that. No one can eat healthy for you. No one can manage your weight for you. And the options available to like handle this for you, like you might be thinking GLP-1s or Ozempic. Sure, those might work for a period of time until you stop. Same thing goes for magic vitamins or performance enhancing drugs. Yeah, those things work. I mean, you could literally take them right now and you will grow muscle magically, literally. There are studies shown that like just taking them, you will grow. So here's the problem. This is the problem I faced as well. I was like, all right, I'm a lazy person. I know that I want the best for myself. I have high standards. There's no way that I'm gonna be that fat dad, and there's no way that I'm gonna be like the average Joe. So I needed to find ways to get myself to do it. Now, this is very different for me than it will be for you, but some of you watching this video might follow in my same path. So I was like, all right, how do I get myself, my lazy ass, to go get fit and make money, and a lot of it at the same time, and do it in a way that I have integrity? I went and became a personal trainer. That was my first step. I figured, you know, why not have a career that forces me to be fit? You guys might not do that, but I promise there's a point to all of this. Personal trainer. And then I became an online coach and a fitness influencer. All of these things were forcing functions for me. You have your own forcing functions that you're probably aware of and you're just too scared to do. This, as an online coach, I have to be fit or my clients won't respect me. As a personal trainer, I had to be fit or my clients wouldn't respect me. As a fitness influencer, same thing. These things force me to do it. Now, let me tell you what it is for my clients, okay? Because there are forcing functions for everybody. You just gotta get crafty and you're not gonna like them. That's the thing. That's the part I wanna wake you up to. For my clients, okay, I have DJs, I have optometrists, I have nurses, I have, what else? I mean, all types of creative professionals. I've got engineers, I've got, you name it, business owners. We coached a CEO of a major sporting company at one point. All of these people still ended up changing their lives on our program, losing at least 25 pounds in their first 6 months. Our record being 45 pounds in the first 6 months, and this is of pure fat. How did they do it? How did they do it? These were all people that woke up to the fact that there really only are a few solid options to get this problem fixed, to get this success tax fixed in America. Let's just go down the list, okay? What could we do? You can move to Europe. Why? Because Europe, you're gonna be walking around and stuff and burning a lot of calories just through not really using a car in Europe, right? The food in Europe tends to be healthier, but you're not gonna move to Europe, okay? So that's out. You could hire a personal trainer. You could hire a PT. Cool, that's a valid option. What's the problem with the PT? The PT is, let's say, one, it's expensive. So that's $100 an hour for a good PT, okay? Like you're going to export or something like that, it's 50 bucks. $100 per session. Let's say you go 3 days a week. That's $300 per week. That's $1,200 per month. Okay, people do that. I used to be a personal trainer. People paid that money. What is the problem with that? Have you ever heard you can't outrun a bad diet? Yeah, you can't out-train a bad diet either. So you would need somebody to help you with your nutrition. Like not only tell you what to eat, but also hold you accountable to eating it. Because this is the issue with PT. You go to PT, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of the week. Okay, let's say you go work out with your PT Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. What happens on these days, guys? What happens those 4 days of the week? I'll tell you what happened with my clients. They felt justified in eating whatever the hell they wanted that day. And all of the calories that we burned, which you won't burn a lot of calories training, they just ate them back on these days. And so we would train people for multiple years and they would just stay the same weight. Of course, people got stronger, but we were still coaching people that were obese. And obese, guys, this is obesity. I want you to really see this. I don't think enough people have seen what this is. All you need to be obese is 25% body fat, okay? This guy here is skinny fat, would be very unassuming. You would never call him obese. And we were training clients that were worse than that. That puts you at risk for all types of issues, heart disease, diabetes, cancer. So PT is kind of PT really, in my opinion, when it comes to body transformation, only works if coupled with a nutrition coach. But the issue is your nutrition coach is gonna cost you like $300 to $400 a month, if not more, okay? And a lot of people think that nutrition coaching is like hiring a nutritionist. In my opinion, nutritionists really only tell you what to eat. They don't really tell you, they don't really hold you accountable to eating those things. You might check in with that nutritionist once a month or something like that. So you're paying $1,200 a month for a PT plus another $300 a month for a nutrition coach. And most of you are probably already scoffing at the $1,200 a month for the PT. So in my opinion, this solution, at least for me, did not really work. That's just more money than you need to spend. So what else does that leave us? You've probably already tried the free options, right? An accountability buddy. Like I said, as soon as one of you doesn't feel like going to the gym, this just fizzles out. Unless you have a friend who is like basically a coach and is the definition of discipline, there's very few lucky few of you that have a friend like this and they have changed your life. Unless you have that, that's not gonna happen. Then you're left with what other forcing functions? Like I said, there are websites where you can bet $1,000 on a weight loss target that you hit, and if you don't hit it, they'll donate the $1,000 to like a political party that you don't like in your name. Those things exist. So like, what other options are there? GLP-1s, like I said at the beginning, you know, you can hop on gear. These were the questions, I racked my brain on this for a long time trying to figure out what it was. And then I found online coaching. And guys, I still to this day, even though I'm an online fitness coach, I still work with an online coach because it's just the system that works for me. This may not be the system that works for everybody, but it is certainly the system that has worked with the last 300 men and women that we have worked with. So I'm talking specifically to somebody who thinks that this would work. Now I wanna make the case for this, okay? Online fitness coaching with somebody who is great, okay? Not just your average Joe that's gonna give you a freaking training program and your macros and check in with you every week and that's it. But let's just go with the bases of what an online fitness coach should be. An online fitness coach should be a personal trainer, they should be a nutrition coach, and they should be an accountability coach. This is the one where I see most online fitness coaches lacking. Some of you have worked with online fitness coaches before and they didn't really do this part well, right? When you wanted to quit, you were just able to quit. They didn't have you under contract. You could just like leave. If you didn't check in, they didn't check in with you, right? If you didn't text them, they didn't text you. So really this doesn't exist in my opinion with most online fitness coaches out there. This part, sure, they'll give you macros, they'll show you what to do in the gym, but I've even seen some PTs not even really explain how to progress in the gym. So most of your average Joe lemonade stand business online fitness coaches are probably failing at these things. The other issue that they're failing with at the nutrition coaching element is a lot of them have only really taught you how to manage your weight by just tracking calories or by giving you a meal plan. And then the second the meal plan is gone, or the second you go to Japan on a trip and you don't have your original meal plan, your coach isn't gonna make you a new meal plan for Japan, right? So the issue with this, with most online fitness coaches and the nutrition coaching aspect of their business is they're not really teaching you how to fish. They're just giving you the fish. And if you don't understand how to fish, you will always be dependent on them. That being said, let's assume that this is a great online fitness coaching program, okay? A great online fitness coaching program let's just start with the accountability side. They're gonna check in with you even if you do not check in. With our clients, if they miss a check-in, we are on their ass. We're scheduling a call with them to see what's going on and why they are derailing, and we're getting them back on track. This is why we've been in business for the last 5 to 6 years. And we have such a good rep. Accountability coaching for us is real accountability. In our program, you're gonna sign a contract, okay? And this isn't meant to scare you. Actually, you know what? It is. It is kind of meant to scare you because most people will take advantage of the fact that there is no contract with an online fitness coaching program. I know I did. I worked with 2 fitness coaches before the one I'm currently working with. And as soon as I felt like I was ready, I just quit. Gained the weight back. Happened again the second time. This is why we've imposed a contract in our program. You have to sign that contract. Yeah, you can't bail. And that is a good thing because that's the same kind of accountability that you experienced in school. In high school, if you didn't want to go to class, mom and dad would show up, principal would show up, teacher would call your parents, something would happen. Some booby trap would spring into place and make sure that you went to school. Accountability for us is very real because, again, it's not that you need more knowledge. You already probably know what to do more or less in the gym. You already more or less know what to do with your nutrition. I'll prove it to you. If your dog was fat, what would you do to help the dog lose weight? You'd walk the dog more and you'd feed the dog less. You already know how to get a 6-pack. You're just not doing it. So this, in my opinion, the accountability side, the accountability coaching, is the most important part of an online fitness coaching program. The PT stuff is a nice to have. Nutrition coach is a nice to have. Because I can give you a dog shit training program. I can give you a good enough nutrition, good enough macros. Macros are easy enough to figure out. And if I just held you to doing it and motivated you and inspired you, and when you were having a bad day, I woke you up and reminded you, hey dude, like let's keep going. Even when you didn't check in with me, you would lose the weight. Now, it would be great if you also had a coaching program that was really good at the personal training stuff. Because at the end of the day, you are not going to sustain the weight loss, the new physique that you build, if you don't build a effing ton of muscle. Men can build 40 to 50 pounds of muscle tissue over the course of their lifetime. If you don't strive to build this amount of muscle, your metabolism will be so slow that when you're always gonna be fighting this battle of gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, which is the yo-yo. So you need a good personal trainer as well. And of course, when it comes to the nutrition coaching, you need to understand what the hell you're doing. This is why we don't do meal plans at Picano Aesthetics. We are never going to give you a meal plan. And we have had some people ask us for them, and I go, no. And if you don't like that, then this program is not for you. Because what that tells me is that you want to be dependent on us. You don't want to understand nutrition yourself. And if you don't want to understand nutrition, then this just isn't the right fit, because this program is built on sustainability. We're not just your average online fitness coaching program. This program is designed to be the last online fitness coaching program that you need. You should never need another fitness coach after this. We are going to teach you how to eat, how to not need to track your calories. We're going to teach you how to train. And we're also going to teach you how to change your identity so that this fitness and health stuff is just something that you naturally want to do with or without an online fitness coach. That is the identity that I've developed over the years. That is the identity that you can develop over the years as well. No one is coming to save you guys. And I had to realize that for myself as well. No one's coming to save you. What is going to be the thing that gets you to do the thing that you know you need to do? There's a bunch of options here. Some of the ones that I've shared with you might actually work. Accountability buddy, moving to Europe, using that website, having a financial penalty. Maybe a personal trainer is good enough for you because you're really good at handling the food stuff on your own. But if you're watching this video and you're like, okay, yeah, I know that those other options won't work for me. I need somebody or a team that's just gonna cover all of the bases and show me how to get this done right. I'm not even saying work with us. I'm saying go work with an online fitness coach. Cough up the money. Because if you are successful at your career, you've got to use those dollars. What is career success without physical success? You work for 8 hours a day, you get back home and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, what is that? For me, at least, that's just not what I pictured success to look like. So I'll leave you with this one question. You probably have this thought in the back of your mind of what you know you need to do. Could be one of those options, could be working with an online fitness coach, could be something that I didn't even mention in this video. I hope what you've gotten from this video is that it's not knowledge that is gonna get you to where you need to go. It's knowledge and execution. What is gonna get you to execute for a long period of time? Let me know down below in the comments. Peace.